In their first concert since the death of the lead singer 3 months ago, the surviving members of Linkin Park took the stage Friday night, October 27, for a memorial concert at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles. Dubbed Linkin Park Friends Celebrate Life in honor of Chester Bennington, the show featured 24 guest musicians from Blink-182, members of No Doubt and Steve Aoki, to surprise artists Alanis Morissette, Gavin Rossdale and Bebe Rexha. The concert was a joyful way to remember one of the music industry's top vocal talents, and raise awareness for depression and suicide prevention through the One More Light Fund, an offshoot of Linkin Park's charitable music for relief organization. Here are the evening's top 5 most memorable moments. Mike Shinoda was looking for an answer halfway through the concert. Shinoda sat down at the piano and recounted how he and his Linkin Park bandmates were at a photo shoot when they heard the devastating news about Bennington. "I wrote something about 8 days later, and I want to share it with you," he said, admitting that the song was not finished. "I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to keep building on it." He called it glimpse one into how a song is made. Fans will be able to track the tune's progress on the band's social channels. The gorgeous, haunting piano ballad, called Looking for an Answer, evoked Coldplay's Chris Martin at his most forlorn. For 3.5 minutes, you could hear Shinoda's heart breaking as he sang the words, "Here's an emptiness to 9 a hole that wasn't there before, and I keep reaching for the light but I can't find it anymore. Have I been lost all along? Was there something I could say or something I should have done?" His voice cracked once or twice, and he hit a clunker on the keys, but there was perfection in Shinoda's imperfection, as a survivor questioned whether he could have saved his brother. Alanis Morissette offered up some rest as Tony Kanal, Adrian Young and Tom Dumont of No Doubt were introduced. They were followed onto the stage by a Grammy-winning platinum blonde batik wasn't Gwen Stefani. It was Alanis Morissette, rocking a new haircut and lightened tresses. The foursome performed a bass-heavy, energetic rendition of Linkin Park's Castle of Glass, which served as a theme song for the 2012 video game, Medal of Honor Warfighter. Afterwards, Morissette debuted a new song that Shinoda asked her to play upon hearing some of her unreleased demos. "They don't even sound like demos," he said. "I want to offer empathy to all people in the public eye, and to all people who are grieving," Morissette explained. The song is called Rest, and it's, of course, for Chester, Talinda Bennington's message of hope. Since Bennington's death in July, his wife of nearly 12 years and mother to their blended family of 6 children has demonstrated unflinching grace, speaking out about suicide prevention and depression, and sharing sweet family photos and video snippets that reassure fans that Bennington loved and was loved. In a clear, upbeat voice that wavered only slightly at times, Talinda Bennington delivered a message from center stage. "Chester and I always loved bringing people together, and he was filled with joy when our house was full of family, friends, kids, dogs, cats, birds, turtles, the more the merrier, and he would have loved all of this tonight." He was incredibly proud of the work done for Music for Relief. He knew it saved lives, and saving lives is exactly what we plan to do in Chester's memory. "It is time we recognize that mental health is as important as our physical health. It is my mission to make it easier to have access to mental health resources." In the coming weeks, Talinda Bennington will be rolling out an initiative called 320. After Chester's birthday, March 20th, mental health professionals were also on site at the Hollywood Bowl, as an immediate resource for anyone in need. Linkin Park's future during the star-studded finale, Shinoda reiterated what he's been saying about the band's future: "We don't know where we're going." But he then asked folks to stay updated through OLP's social channels, including their recently adopted hashtag, #MakeChesterProud. If anything, this night of revolving guest musicians had shown that Linkin Park's music can adapt just as the band itself has over the course of their 7 studio albums. Bennington may have shared vocals with newcomer Kiara on Heavy, the lead single off this year's chart-topping album, One More Light, but when rising star Julia Michaels stepped in to duet, the song took on a modern pop feel that could expand the band's reach with females and younger audiences. Similarly, Zedd put a fresh, almost danceable spin on the latter part of Linkin Park's early hit, Crawling, with Oliver Sykes of Bring Me the Horizon matching Bennington's intensity on the mic. Another crowd-pleaser was Waiting for the End, featuring Stephen McKellar from Civil Twilight and Sydney Sierra Rota from Echo Smith, the latter displaying a surprising rock edge and gutsiness in her performance. Others, like Sum 41's Derek Whibley and One OK Rock's Takahiro Moriauchi, were natural fits for Bennington's anguished angelic vocals on The Catalyst and Somewhere I Belong, respectively. Machine Gun Kelly was a standout for his rapid-fire rap delivery on Paper Cut, from OLP's debut album, Hybrid Theory. The crowd goes numb. There were the professional singers, and then there were the amateurs, all 17,500 of them packed into the Hollywood Bowl, stretching from the box seats into the nosebleeds. In fact, Linkin Park had so much confidence in the crowd that they performed the third song of the evening as an instrumental, allowing the audience to act as one collective lead vocalist on the band's 2003 hit, Numb. Music has healing properties, and that moment proved nothing heals like a massive, 3-hour rock and roll sing-along. Here's the setlist: Robot Boy intro, Iridescent Messenger mashup, John Green, co-writer Nobody Can Save Me in Battle Symphony, Roads Untraveled, John Green, Numb, Shadow of the Day, Into With or Without You, Ryan Key of Yellow Card, Leave Out All the Rest, Gavin Rossdale of Bush, Somewhere I Belong, Taka Moriarty of One OK Rock, Castle of Glass, Tony Dumont, Adrian Young, and Tony Canal with Alanis Morissette, Rest Alanis Morissette, Nobody Can Save Me, Stephen McKellar of Civil Twilight, and John Green, Battle Symphony, John Green, Sharp Edges, Ilse Juba, co-wrote Talking to Myself and Sharp Edges, Talking to Myself, Ilse Juba, Heavy, Kiara, Julia Michaels, One More Light, Looking for an Answer, Mike Shinoda, Waiting for the End, Sydney Sierra, Rota of Echo Smith, Crawling, Ollie Sykes of Bring Me the Horizon and Zed, Paper Cut, Machine Gun Kelly, One Step Closer, Jonathan Davis of Korn, Ryan Shuck and Amir D-Rack of Julian K. A Place for My Head, Jeremy McKinnon of Data, Remember Rebellion, Darren Malakian and Shavo Odajan of System of a Down, The Catalyst, Derek Whibley of Sum 41, Miss You, Blink 182, What I've Done, Blink 182 with Mike Shinoda and Joe Hahn, In the End, New Divide, A Light That Never Comes, Steve Aoki, Frank Simo of Sum 41, Burn It Down, M Shadows of Avenged Sevenfold, Faint, M Shadows, Bleed It Out, Everyone.